Berkeley.
Where you find Kathy Roberts,
Sit.
you'll find dogs.
Oh, that is him. That's when he was laying on the back of the sofa.
In 2017, as she has many times before, she took another in. This time, a foster with a rescue she volunteered for. And the little Maltese, well, he was cute as a button.
The 2-year-old, sweet little boy, healthy, nothing wrong with him.
That was in mid-October, but soon, everything would change.
On November 15th, I had my 60th birthday in the hospital, and the very next day, they amputated my fingers.
2 weeks later, 2 more amputations.
It was hard. It was painful, to have legs one day and not have legs the next.
What went wrong?
I was not sick at my stomach, no sore throat, none of those symptoms, but just very, very tired. Kind of flu-like symptoms, and the next day I got pretty bad.
That sudden illness, not just bad, but unusual.
My right leg, when I'd get up to walk, was dragging.
Kathy's husband rushed her to the ER.
My blood pressure was extremely low. My heart rate was extremely high. I was severely dehydrated.
For more than a day, no answers. Kathy's doctor at St. Anthony started asking her family a lot of questions. She wanted to know everything that happened in the days leading up to her becoming sick. Finally, they remembered one thing with that little Maltese.
I was giving my little dog some chicken one night, and he took the piece of chicken from my hand. I wasn't paying attention.
And in that split second, one little nip.
Slight little scratch of the skin there. It wasn't real bad at all. Never thought two things about it.
It seemed inconsequential at the time, but that led us to the diagnosis of the infection.
That infection, capnocytophagia, is caused by bacteria found in the mouths of both dogs and cats.
Depending on what study you look at, about 75% of the dogs in any given study will have the bacteria in their mouth.
Dr. Karen Allen, who cared for Kathy, says the bacteria is common, but the infection, it's not. She says it's so rare, it's not even a reportable illness, but incidents are estimated to be 0.5 per 1 million. It typically affects those with a weakened immune system, which Kathy had. Once she realized what it was, Allen says time was of the essence.
As she progressed, one thing that capnocytophagia causes in patients when it's a very severe infection is gangrene of the extremities.
Kathy's fingers and legs started to change dramatically.
They treated me as if I was a burn patient. I had huge blisters and my legs were black.
She soon learned she would lose 6 fingers and both legs. The goal then was a lower leg amputation to give her a chance at more mobility with prosthetics.
So he would have the nurses take gauze and scrape all those blisters open, trying to keep the infection below my knees.
Less than a month after the bite, Kathy's fingers were amputated. Her legs, just 2 weeks after that surgery. Her spleen ended up dying. But all that couldn't stop her.
6. I was determined to, get up and start walking, chase my grandkids, and do the things that I enjoyed again.
Kathy was fitted for prosthetics about 3 months after her amputations. She now has new legs and new fingers.
I struggled to get on at first, but then once you get them on, they're pretty neat.
As for that dog who bit her,
I was really worried about him, that he might, they might have to be put to sleep or something, but he was okay, so got adopted.
In fact, Kathy thinks it might have just been meant to be. The dog previously belonged to a woman who was pregnant. She wanted to rehome him because he tended to be a bit nippy.
So I've thought about that a lot, that it was me and not a baby.
Just when she started to move on, though, another blow. A breast cancer diagnosis. She has 3 more rounds of chemo and possible surgeries ahead, but she's still staying remarkably strong.
Easy as pie, yeah. It's another bump in the road, and we just have to keep on going.
In Tuttle, Lauren Daniels, Oklahoma's News 4.